Well, howdy, stranger. What brings you to the main track saloon? You're not with that, gang of outlaws over there, are ya? Yep. But holding out for a hero is what they call themselves. No? Thank heavens. Not too often we get a professional sort out here in Sidetrack, Arizona. All's we got in this here town is a bunch of amateurs, if you ask me. And that gang is the biggest bunch of amateurs in the whole territory. Here, stranger, take a load off your feet and have a listen to this record on the phonograph. A little ditty called Episode 22.
One, two, three.
Great.
That clap felt really weak.
Is everyone here? Did everyone do the thing?
Yes.
I recorded. I clapped.
Congratulations. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Holding Out for a Hero, where we all hit record at the same time. I am Nico.
Questionable.
I haven't heard anything from Elaine.
Yeah, Elaine's usually real judgy about this.
I'm eating popcorn, so I'm leaning away from my microphones.
I am Nico, the DM for this campaign, and today's session question is, what would your character get arrested for? Not what crimes they have committed, but what would they get arrested for? And I think Izzy would definitely be arrested for disturbing the peace.
In
Yeah.
what way,
Yeah.
method? That's the real ambiguous one.
I feel like she's not that disruptive to the piece, though.
They would arrest her for disturbing the peace because she's annoying.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She did knock at our window at the inn before we knew her and just waved at us and walked away.
That's true.
That's just being Midwest friendly.
She's just Midwest friendly in New
Okie
York.
dokie then.
Prove me wrong, John.
No, you're right.
I brought you this casserole.
Oh, you got any ranch to go with your man meat?
I think I should go next because I think Kitty's is the most obvious.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I play Kitty with an IE. And I think she probably would be arrested for murder because she would have to commit it so many times to replenish her jerky stock that she eventually would get caught at some point.
What about illegally owning a firearm?
But they don't know that's illegal.
Is it registered under your name?
Does everyone have gun registrations? I don't think so.
Is it missing its serial number? Did you file it off?
It was a gift. Somebody bought it for somebody, and that somebody was
for
Jem.
Jem.
And Jem is with Kitty. It's totally in the family.
It's technically Jem's firearm.
Yeah.
I don't think just because it's in the family makes it legal.
What?
Don't talk to me or my daughter ever again.
I'll go next. My name is John, and I play Patches with an IE. I'll let you decide where. And I think Patches would most likely be arrested for aggravated assault.
Fair.
Probably just someone would say something mean to one of his friends, and he'd just go straight to punching them.
Yeah.
But can it still be counted as aggravated assault when you also cast Lay on Hands at the same time?
I think yes. Even if the result is a net zero. I mean, if I stab a man, steal his heart, and then save someone with it, I still stabbed the man.
Yeah.
Assault is still assault even if you didn't hurt them, technically.
Yeah. It's emotional damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you bring a gun to rob somebody, it's still armed robbery whether or not you shoot anybody.
I guess it would be, like conspiracy, sort of thing.
Conspiracy to harm.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of a way to wedge bear arms into this the whole time.
He has bear arms!
Texas is always bearing arms. On account of the bear arms. Do you think bears know they have rights?
Let's pray they never do. I'll go. Hi, I'm Raina. I play Jem. We know who she is, and Jem would 100% be arrested for, essentially, for impeding an officer, for getting in the way of the law.
What about impersonating an officer?
She would get arrested for... It would depend on what day of the week it is, let's be real, because it could be impersonating a doctor, it could be,
lawyer,
police officer, whatever.
Government official.
But, yeah, some sort of government official. And, or it could just be, she was so annoying to whatever guards are on duty that they're like, you know what, this is officially getting in the way of us doing our job.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Ashley, and I play Miki, the tiefling bard. I almost said Jem.
Wow.
You don't know who she is because she doesn't know who she is.
And she would be arrested for identity theft.
Oh, that would be a good one shot if we played each other's characters.
Miki wouldn't necessarily be arrested, but what really comes to mind is a Friends episode where Rachel gets a ticket for driving too fast because she's arguing with Ross and she's really angry, I think. And so Ross then drives and he gets a ticket for driving too slow. And so Miki's the person who would drive way too slow and get in trouble for it.
Nice. On to our session summary. Elaine, take it away.
All right, so after we started that really fun riot, we ran away with the really pretty elf lady, went back to the Wet Eagle, got our stuff. Jem took us to Velvet's, got a room for real cheap because she's got connections like that. We introduced ourselves to Ladril, and she told us what happened to her. She got kidnapped by a bunch of racist people and was brought back to Sharn and then thrown into this fighting ring. And she was asking for our help to go find people who were with her. So we're going to go to the western, one of the ends of the hill.
The western side, kitty.
Yes, the western side of the hill to go to some mines to try to find one of her buddies. And oh, super important. I learned if I ever wanted a bed, I have to touch my nose. Anyways.
What?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what Jem told me.
No,
No,
that's
I
what
think that was what
Patches
Patches told you.
Oh yeah, that's what Patches told me.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
was me.
So we woke up in the morning and we went to go talk to Flint to see if he was able to enchant sails, and he said yes. So we brought him over to Xanabar to see if they could work out a deal, and then they did. So then Xanabar agreed to bring us over to the hilt area we need to go to, and we brought them some Raskin bobbins while they got ready to set sail.
No. We're about to get the Raskin bobbins.
No.
No, because Nico decided
We're
can't
time
be trusted,
skipping.
and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently we brought them the Raskin bobbins, and now we're on the boat a day later.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw the same Raskin Bobbins worker, even though we were at a different Raskin Bobbins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They just were everywhere.
The way these session summaries are turning out, like, I like to imagine that there's like a singular travel journal that gets passed around every day, and like whoever's writing in it currently is the person narrating, and that everyone else is just standing over their shoulder reading and commenting.
Yeah. Accurate.
We're writing in the margins.
Yeah.
when it's really like when one person gets away with narrating the whole thing, they're doing it while everyone else is asleep.
Mm-hmm, exactly. It's the only way it works. But yes, you had picked up your Raskin bobbins, shared it with the crew, and set sail. About a day later, you arrive to where you can see the river narrowing to a much smaller river, and you can also see the distant buildings and signs of settlement that indicate Moonwatch.
If I have another dream, Mickey's throwing herself off the boat.
Oh, no.
With that, it is around 2 p.m. as you guys are sailing, and Ladril says, "We're coming to the end of the river. We should probably keep an eye out for anything of interest."
All right, I'll do that.
You can go ahead and roll a perception check if you want.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm really good at looking for things.
Yeah, can we all look
Yeah.
around?
Everyone can roll perception checks if you want.
I've accidentally opened castingcallclub.com.
Oh. I was like, the what? I got an 18, Nico.
Nice.
12 for Kitty.
I got a 4.
Patches is so good at looking for things.
16. He's only bad because Mickey's decided to start holding him while she's walking around the boat, and her arms are directly over his button eyes.
Yeah. So you guys keep an eye out, and you don't see anything of note so far. You see that there's a large forest on your right. There's relatively lower, what do you call it? Greenery on... Sorry, did I say right last time? Large forest to your left. I know my lesson right. And lower, shorter greenery on your right. Kind of tall grasses and large fields. Sailing on for another hour as you begin to turn the bend of the Hilt River. Ladril is gonna suggest that she goes out to kind of look overhead above you all.
Like in a crow's nest, or is she turning into a bird?
As she says a spell to turn into a bird, she turns into a small sparrow before flying upward and getting a top view of the area.
Out of curiosity, DM, do I know whether or not sparrows are indigenous to this part of the forest?
Roll a nature check.
Sure. My most favoritist of checks. That's a nat 1.
You are not certain what a sparrow is.
Oh, it's so pretty. Did she make that bird up?
You've never seen the bird that she's transformed into before. You've just never seen it. So odd.
Jem, what kind of bird is that? Is that real?
No, I think she made it up.
Oh.
I can't see it.
Oh, sorry, Patches. I didn't realize I was hugging you around the eyeballs.
It's alright.
Are birds yummy? Are,
Hey.
oh, I mean, yeah,
Depends
they
on
are,
the
because because we eat chicken all the time.
Yeah, soggy chicken.
Well, Mickey thinks real hard about what kind of meat Kitty eats at the soggy chicken.
It's chicken.
It's very raw.
Yeah, the Soppy Sparrow is their competitor.
Yeah, wasn't there a huge lawsuit about it a few years back?
That was between them and the saturated sage hawk.
Right.
We can't keep doing this.
Is that Patches talking or John talking?
As you guys talk about the specifics of a lawsuit, Ladril does come back down in sparrow form and transforms back into a person and says, "I see a smoke trail in that direction, pointing west, mostly west, but kind of west-south-ish, into the Dagger Woods. Should we investigate?"
Sure.
Best clue we have so far.
And she speaks to the captain to pull ashore for a little while.
Pull over on the shoulder.
I'm gonna suit up.
Also, Kitty has been leaning over the boat, looking into the water, very fascinated this whole time.
I'm gonna just keep
Oh,
like
yeah.
a bit of a chokehold on the back of her shirt just to make sure she doesn't go flying over the side.
You're holding her by the bag tail.
Yeah.
So is this an ocean?
No, not
It's a river,
quite.
isn't it?
It'll go into an ocean if we keep moving south.
An ocean is even bigger than this?
Oh, an ocean is like you don't see any green. It's just this the whole time.
Oh. Jem, we need to go to the ocean.
Yeah, alright.
Although, once you go on the ocean, you do start losing your teeth.
Why? I need my teeth to eat my jerky.
I don't know. I just know all the sailors I've ever seen, they always come back with less teeth.
Hey, you know what, Kitty? Don't worry. As long as we get you plenty of fruit, then you'll be fine.
No.
Unless you want to lose teeth for the aesthetic of it. That's also cool.
I think you might be thinking of scurvy.
Like, one would be okay.
I lost all my teeth at sea.
Oh. Is that why you don't have any?
No, they were someone else's. I kept them in a little jar.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a
Was
souvenir.
was it like a big wave or something?
Yeah, big wave knocked the teeth right out of my hands.
Thank God, if Patches had teeth at some point, that would be the most cursed Patches anatomy fact of all
Yeah, Are
time.
they human teeth?
It's like the crocodile game. The crocodile dentist game where you have to, like,
Yeah.
push the teeth.
Oh no! Or those horrible stuffed animals where you put your child's like lost teeth in them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what happened to the little girl. Have you guys ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh
Don't do
no!
that.
Hold on! I have a meme for this.
No.
I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, so it's Tears of the Kingdom related.
So, you all dock on the shore of the dagger, the south side of the west side of the hilt, near the Dagger Woods. Once you guys are able to disembark on the boat, Xanabar turns to you all and says, "How long should I wait for?"
Like 3 hours?
And he nods.
How far away was it? Yeah, we don't even know.
Because if it was less than a certain distance, Mickey can send message, right?
It is, a message goes for 100 feet, 120 feet.
Yeah, I can send if I walk out 100 feet to show Kitty what the range of this spell is.
Kitty waves.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be longer than that, as Ladril points out a distant-ish smoke trail that you guys at where you are can barely see.
Well, okay, so we can barely see it. How
Jem, what do
far?
your elf eyes see?
I don't know. There's a bunch of short people walking. I think. What does that sign say? Eason ghost? What? I don't know. I can't read that far.
I'd say maybe give us a full day at least, because it looks kind of far and we gotta walk there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do we?
That's right.
And Xanabar
Give us
nods
at
with
least 10 minutes so the horse can appear.
that.
I've been suiting up and casting Find Steed to conjure forth my trusty lieutenant. Forgot I got promoted, he got
Yeah.
demoted. Lieutenant Sparkles rushes forth.
Wait,
He can carry like 2 of us. So, yeah, we do still have to walk.
Yeah. It's true.
Unless Ladril, you can become like a cool horse.
Well, I could become a horse, but then I would not be able to transform again today.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
what was that you transformed into earlier? Did you make it up?
Oh no, it's a sparrow. They're quite common in these parts, actually.
Never heard of them.
I've never seen one before.
I believe they're fairly common all across Corvair, although depending on the species, it'll change depending on what region you're in.
Miki, you've never seen didn't we have sparrows at the circus?
Yeah, Nico, now you're just making me look like a completely unobservant tiefling.
No, at the circus. I mean, you could have just been in cities a lot and just not paid attention to the wildlife. In the circus, you had doves.
Yeah, they were a different color, Patches. They were purple, remember?
Your doves were purple.
They are now.
About how far was the smoke trail?
They were Mornland doves, yeah. I assume we're walking and talking
Yeah.
and not just standing outside of the boat,
Outside.
perfectly motionless.
discussing the local fauna.
Who's on the
First.
lieutenant with me?
Handshake meme, Ashley.
Raina and I share one brain cell sometimes.
I am the brain cell tonight. I think we're both learning.
I think maybe Patches put Kitty on there because she has the shortest legs, so we can keep the fastest movement.
Yeah.
I was gonna say probably the group walks and Kitty falls behind and has to like run to catch up, and then like falls behind and has to run to catch up until Patches put her on Lieutenant Sparkles.
While you guys are not quite in the thick of the forest yet, can everyone roll to take a look-see for signs of people? Either roll a... Nope, just roll a perception check. I'm looking at my
Okay.
notes. It says perception.
17
Not
for Kitty.
investigation or a nature
Nope.
or a survival.
You're just eye-spying it right now.
We're looking for signs of people before we can investigate, like, where they might be.
Desi Novi, 19.
Ooh, nice.
Hold on. I need to see if this was an 8 or a 3. It's a 3. Okay, so 11.
Call me Ty Dillinger, because I got a perfect 10.
Who,
And everyone can
what?
mark that up on their bingo card.
How do you spell Ty?
I think it's Tye.
Dylan.
I don't know if that's still his.
Oh, he's a
gimmick, but
wrestler.
He was a
That
wrestler,
man-
and he was
that
Ty
man's
Dillinger,
not
the
a
perfect
10.
10. No, that was his gimmick. He was the perfect 10, so everything he did was a 10 out of 10. But then now he's something else, and he kind of looks like a dwarf. Not in like a short way, just in sort of aesthetics.
In a hobbit way.
And what'd you get, Elaine?
17.
Okay. So only Miki manages to spot, but you can see that further or back in the direction that you came from, down the shore, that there does seem to be some scuff marks along the shore, as if a boat had previously been docked there at some point, or maybe repeatedly.
Look, boat marks from the boat fee.
Following that, there is a very faint trail of foot traffic, not of like clear footprints, but like of somewhat trampled weeds and parting of lower vegetation and stomping of shrubs going in towards the forest. Can whoever wants to roll a survival check to track it?
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, my survival's
Patches would be
+2.
good at this.
My survival's +4.
Ooh,
I'm on a horse. I shouldn't roll.
23.
nice.
Ooh, very nice.
23.
Can my lieutenant give me advantage by having good horse senses?
No, but I'll allow Lieutenant Sparkles to roll for survival if you want.
I'm cool with that.
Could I just keep an eye out for any sort of traps as we go?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay. 11 again.
Nothing catches your eye.
Patches got a 2, but Lieutenant Sparkles got a disgusting, nasty, little dirty 20.
I hope you know, John, that I think of that every time I see a 20. It just plays in my head.
That makes me very happy.
I'll say role playing wise, Kitty is enamored because this is her first time on a horse.
Aww.
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 Kitty is enamored because this is her first time on a horse.
Aww.
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 It's also a unicorn, so
Yeah, that too.
And pink, right?
Yeah.
Or no,
Mhm.
white.
it has a pink mane.
White
Yeah.
hide. Yeah.
Coat.
Coat.
We discussed
Withers.
this.
Whatever.
Its withers are probably white as well.
Yes, because its coat is white. Anyways, between Lieutenant Sparkles and Miki, you guys are able to easily track the trail back to what eventually looks like in the distance some sort of settlement, and you can clearly see the smoke trail now that you are significantly closer to it. As you approach the smoke trail more visibly, how are y'all doing this?
Sneakily.
Yeah, stealthily.
I am bad at that.
Stealthily? Okay, so everyone please roll a stealth check for me.
It's a lot of checks, Nico.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to ask for this many checks?
How do you want to do my lieutenant? Is he rolling separately from me?
Does he wear tap shoes?
Is Kitty rolling?
Oh my god. Whoops.
You can ignore the lieutenant, it's fine.
Can I give myself bardic inspiration? Or anyone else
Sure.
bardic inspiration?
I'll say you
Can
have
I
enough
give-
time to give one person, either yourself or somebody else.
Me, myself. I am giving myself bardic inspiration. You're all on your own. One of you is a rogue. One of you has... Oh. Fuck. I'll give it to Patches because he has disadvantage on stealth rolls.
I mean, you might as well just make someone else do good. Patches got a 1.
Oh!
No!
An
natural?
unnatural 1. He got a 2, and it became a 1. If he had rolled a 1, he would have gotten a 0.
It would have been
And
one
then
of those
deep-
like
A
one
dirty,
man bands.
stinky little one.
Yeah, a disgusting little 1. And then do you want me to roll for Sparkles?
No, it's okay. You can ignore it.
Well, since he's not taking my bardic inspiration, I'll take it. And I got a... What was it? Stealth?
Yes.
16.
16. Nice.
12.
12. 12?
Mm-hmm.
Mickey looks over at Jem and goes, shh.
I forgot to take off my tap shoes.
Elaine?
10.
You still have time.
Can I take off my tap shoes and re-roll? Actually, no. Wait. I'm a rogue. Hold on. I'm lucky. I'll use a luck point and re-roll.
Yes, you can. You can do that.
Who do I trust?
The group waits as Jem sits on a rock and
Hold
starts untying her tap shoes.
Wait, are we sneaking?
Yeah.
I don't want to toss this in here. It's going to damage it. Whoops, that fell out of the tray. 1 second. Oh my god. Okay. That's worse.
That's all right, because Kitty got a 10, so I don't...
I don't think we're going to be
Mickey
sneaking up on
stealth?
these
Which
men.
die to use. Yeah, so 12.
Can Miki stealth away from the rest of her group?
Yeah.
Hey, that's your
sure.
prerogative.
Yeah, you can. Do you want to go left
I
or right?
stay in the back.
Oh, you linger in the back?
Yeah, I'll linger in the back as everyone else just goes jingle, jangle, bojangles in front of me.
Yeah, you and Ladril are walking in perfect silence while everyone else is, like, either has got their tap shoes on or Patches is just talking at full volume. As you guys are approaching the camp, you do see in the distance that there is some sort of building structure. Can I have everyone
Oh no.
except Miki, who's hanging back? I'll say Ladril is hanging back with you. Everyone but Miki and Ladril roll a perception check, please, to see what you can see.
I lean over to Ladril and I'm just
What
like,
the heck?
I hope they're friendly for the sake of my friends.
That's 12.
Uh-huh.
18.
18.
Nice.
15, which is the age I was when my dad gave me my first cigarette.
No.
And if you have John's dad lore on your bingo card, Check it off.
If you have cast references, the bingo card. Check it off.
Now that I'm back home, at some point when I'm making dad lore references, he'll hear me.
Excellent.
I hope he comes in and goes, "Hey son, remember when I gave you your first cigarette?"
I'm sure he'll contribute something way more heinous than I have.
Who got the highest? Was it Elaine?
Kitty called an 18.
Yeah, okay. So Kitty, you're the only one who sees anything. Maybe it's your higher vantage point being on Lieutenant Sparkles, but you are able to see quite a large, a bit of an old building, but it seems to be, or it seems when it was originally constructed, you assume it was a house of some sort. It's definitely got at least 3 rooms that are quite large, and there seems to be things set up around it as well. In addition to the structure that already exists. You can also see that there is a campfire in a clearing that is next to this house, and that is where the smoke signal is coming from. Currently, you can see that there are a few people around the campfire. You can see 3 of them, and since everyone else rolled like garbage, y'all don't see anything, but you are focused on the campfire trail, or the smoke trail
15.
through. Okay, Patches, you'll see the building too, but you don't see the people.
I'm blinded.
The rest of you guys are looking up at the smoke trail from the campfire, trying to navigate using that.
Do all the people look like they are moving about freely? Like nobody's in chains or anything like that?
Yes, you can see one shorter figure who is walking a horse, another shorter figure on the horse, and like a taller figure, humanoid, that is standing in the close vicinity.
Wait, is it just our party but mirrored?
No,
Why are there
of the
only 3
visible
people?
there seems to be less, but you can tell from the building size that there's no way that's the only people around here. And Patches, you also know from the building size that there's probably quite a number of people here.
I will let the group know.
Sneaking a little closer, or attempting to sneak a little closer, you are stopped. There are 2 people around you, behind you guys, as you don't see them, but they do say, "What are you doing here?" Hands up and turn around slowly.
Is this all of us?
Yes.
Oh. But I was so quiet.
Jem will put her hands up and just kind of,
Unless you were like breaking off from the group, Miki. If you were breaking off from the group, I'll let you out of this one.
Right now, I'm going to have to ask you to pick either hands up or turn around, because I am on a horse.
Is Patches on a horse? I thought he was walking.
No, Patches and Kitty are on the horse. Hands
Got it.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
Kitty will try to turn around on the horse.
Jem will just do a full, slow once around, hands in the air.
As they are on opposite sides of you guys, one in the front and one in the back, you see that there are the person in front of you holds a greatsword and looks fairly strong, is a human man who is kind of gruff looking, not particularly friendly face. He wears well-worn workers' clothes, and his boots and his person are covered in a little bit of mud. He holds this greatsword as if he's ready to fight. Jem, you would see, since you did a look-see turnaround, anyone who wants to can take a look around. There is another person behind you who carries a sword and silently just kind of watches you.
Human?
As well. Yes, human as well. Another human man. The man with the greatsword gives a sharp whistle. You have a feeling that's a signal to anybody else in the camp.
I quickly look over to Jem and give a nod that is sort of a question of, are we lying?
And Jem will just kind of nod back, and she'll step up.
Hold on. Before you do that, Ashley, did you want to take the initiative on this?
Oh my god.
I thought I heard you
Okay.
preparing.
No, you heard me panicking from having to make choices in a game based on choices.
That's okay.
Kitty.
Gemini.
In the distance.
Gemini.
Gemini. Kitty.
That's okay, you Gemini.
I'm a Scorpio.
Kitty, in the distance, after the whistle, you can see the three figures quickly veer out of sight.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They're prepping to get us if they don't like our answer.
What business do you have here? Come on, speak up. Who's the leader?
Okay, sorry. We don't have a leader. We're just passing through. That's all.
We are traveling performers.
Yeah. As you can tell by our ostentatious dress, we're part of a variety show, like kind of a vaudevillian thing, you know?
Yeah, I'm the strong man.
Yeah, I'm the dancer.
As you guys speak, you see that more people are coming out from the building and approaching you guys in kind of circling you, leaving the way you came from open, but kind of forming a loose wall of people between you and the building. Well, then I suggest you leave. We don't want any performers here.
Well, we need to go past to go to our next gig.
You can go around.
There's a Raskin Bobbins that we got hired to.
The hell's a Raskin Bobbins?
It's a whole thing. You know, we were kind of hired by corporate, and you know, have you heard?
Listen, I'm not too interested in your story, but you leave us alone, or we'll leave you alone.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do. We just got to go past to.
This forest is very big. You're welcome to go around us.
I would like to look back at Ladril and see like how she's feeling about this.
Yeah, glancing at Ladril, and she's kind of focused on the... Go ahead and roll an insight check, because you don't know her very well.
Yeah. 17.
You know that she recognizes at least one of these people. She is focused on some of them, but she is also hesitant, and you know that she's going to follow your lead, because as you guys keep talking, more people keep pouring out, and there seems to be 7 people in front of you currently.
Are they all armed?
Yes. After a while of speaking, you see a human woman approach you, who is dressed a little better than everyone else, wearing a black velvet vest and a suede coat, and she's got plain pants and shirt, and her black hair is neatly braided back, and she's got very pale blue eyes. She walks up to everyone, putting a hand on the man with the great sword's shoulder, and says, "What do we have here? Can I help you all?"
I'm sorry, ma'am. We're just for some reason I got real southern there. We're just passing through. We're entertainers. We're traveling entertainers. Are you looking for any sort of, you know, we can sing, we can dance, we can juggle.
And she, the man with the great sword, looks towards her, and they kind of share a look. Can you please roll a deception check for me?
Oh, I don't like the way this is going, Chief. I don't like it.
Can I help somehow?
Can I start juggling?
For now, no.
We also tell fortunes, speak to the dead, seances, that kind of thing.
Wait, do I have advantage or no?
No.
Oh, shoot.
We're
Just reroll.
extremely unhelpful.
I can eat almost anything.
Dang it! My first roll was so much better!
What'd you get?
9.
And she looks to you and says,
No. No. I am using another luck point. I refuse.
Sure.
That makes sense.
Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. Dice can't smell fear.
Dice feed on fear.
Much like printers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they sense weakness.
I guess that's a little better. It's a 14.
Ooh, not bad.
Better than 9.
Okay, and the woman looks to you and says, "And what might be your specialty, dear? Show us."
Okay.
What are you doing?
I am going to step forward.
Whoa, for free?
Just as a little preview.
The nice lady is trying to gauge whether we're worthy of her time, and who
We
am I
can't
to
be too
question
careful
that?
of strangers in these woods. You understand.
I completely understand, ma'am. I'm gonna put on my best, like, Arenal trained nobility BS. I don't care. I am
Customer
sweating
service
bullets.
voice. Customer service voice.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna start singing an elvish lullaby from
Sure.
from my homeland.
How often do you think Jem sings, Raina?
See, she's really annoying, so I feel like often, but not well.
Okay, go ahead and do a straight performance roll then.
Can I give disadvantage by trying to help?
That I will allow.
I don't need help.
I don't actually want to do that.
I was gonna if I catch the melody she's doing, can I whistle to accompany her and give her bardic inspiration?
Sure, yeah, I'll allow that.
Please, God.
See, I remember I have bardic inspiration this time.
Okay, performance
Yes.
and bardic inspiration. God, freaking.
I don't think you're allowed to roll any more dice.
I know, everyone's rolling so badly tonight.
It's all been single digits except for the time when I thought I had advantage and then had to re-roll it. So, like, grand total? No
Uh-huh.
advantage or anything?
Did you roll the bardic inspiration?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Did you roll a d8?
Oh, a D8. Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, wait, let me. Yeah, a d8.
Okay. Oh, please, God.
This is
Okay.
the first date that Miki has given Jen.
Okay. Well, thank you, because that went from a 5 to a 10.
Oh my good lord.
So,
Yeah.
you have an
We're fucked.
exceedingly average performance. It's,
I'm not the bard here.
you're trying to sell it with, just utter confidence, but, the technique is not really there. Some of the notes are not good. But overall, it's not like an embarrassing performance.
That's much
As-
better than a 5.
Although your confidence probably begins to wane as partway through the song. You see that the woman is exchanging looks with the man with the great sword again.
Have you heard of the Lazar principalities, like Lazarian classical singing method? Because that's what I was trained under. It sounds a little bit different than, than your kind of typical Roshan or Breelish sort of, contemporary music.
Lazar principalities, you say? And where from there do you hail?
Let me just check my notes for a second, ma'am. 1 second.
Between you and me, she's been trying to break out of her normal gig of like acrobatics and do this singing thing, and I just don't think it's working.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
I'm from Port Verge.
You got the spirit, girl, but it's the talent's not really there.
Listen, you don't know what it's like as a trapeze artist. It's dangerous work.
I'm sure it is.
My partner snapped their neck in half, and I can't go back to that, ma'am. Please understand. I'm real new. I'm real nervous, but I really want to try my best.
Cecilia, calm down. It's okay.
I'm
No one's
sorry.
gonna force you to do trapeze anymore, I promise.
Every time I think of it, it's just so horrifying.
And what brings your little circus to our neck of the woods?
We're just passing through on our way to our next gig.
Where would your next gig be?
We're going to a Raskin Bobbins.
Really sticking with that one.
Listen, you gotta stick with your story.
Raskin Bobbins?
Right now, we're...
Is that a city?
We're in the Daggerwood, right?
Yes.
And we're near Torch Keep?
No, you are still on I don't know, if I had to put it on the map, it would be like where the E is in Daggerwood.
Okay, so we're going south, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're headed to Torch Keep.
Oh. Is there a Raskin Bobbins and
Newly
Torch Keep?
established, that's why they're bringing us.
We're playing on their grand opening.
I see,
Yeah,
I see.
they're gonna name a special flavor after our troupe.
Well, as much as I would love to invite you wonderful folks to perform for our little camp here, I'm afraid we are a bit short on supplies and room at the moment, so I must turn your offer down, sadly.
Can I, peek around her at all and see what's going on, down the hill?
Sure, you're not down a hill, but you can roll another perception check.
It's because it lowers down, right? Or is it just ahead
No,
of
it's just a
us?
clearing. ahead
Oh,
of you.
okay. Okay, then yeah, just peek around her and see what's going on.
Yeah, if anybody wants to peek, you have time to during this conversation.
What do we roll for peeking?
Perception.
Finally! God! 27.
Nice. Very,
Wait.
very nice. You can see, now that you've had time to locate where people are coming from, you can see quite clearly that there is a large house-like building. Whether it's been repurposed for something else, you don't know. But looks to be like a ranch-type house in the distance. And then there are some, outdoor tents that are set up attached to the building. You can see a campfire. And you can see beyond on the far side, there are a number of horses that have their own little area set up. You can see maybe 8 horses from where you are right now.
Okay.
It seems to be a fairly large settlement, much larger than your own party. And it kind of checks out with how many people are showing up armed looking at you right now.
There's currently 7 of them or 8 of them?
In total now, there are...
I think you said 7 before.
Yeah, so there would be 8 now.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
In character, I'm not... Well, I don't know in or out of character, but do we recognize anybody's voices and or bodily movements? If that makes sense?
Yeah, Go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
Oh my gosh,
For
I know
me.
exactly what you're saying.
I got a 18.
Nice.
You are fairly certain that you haven't met any of these people.
Okay. Never
Not
mind
even the woman, maybe in a mask of some kind.
Hold
then.
her
Yeah.
mask or
John's got me.
something?
John's got me.
Her voice sounds distinctly different than the other woman's voice.
Yeah, the other woman was kind of real peppy, right?
Yeah, the other woman seemed to be much more energetic than this woman. This woman, you can tell, that she's a little bit older, versus the other woman seemed much younger in
Okay.
mannerisms and I don't know, just
Maybe it's her
generally.
daughter.
Demeanor.
Let's ask.
God.
Do you have a daughter who maybe steals people?
I'm gonna take a few embarrassed steps forward. Just put it on the damsel act.
when you move forward, you can see that everyone readies their arms.
I'm only gonna take
as
like
you,
a step or two,
step.
like
Uh-huh.
holding my hands clasped in front. I'm just gonna go. I can tell you're a woman with really beautiful, wonderful taste. Would you be entirely opposed to giving us lessons to make a better impression on people? We just want to do our best.
What does that mean?
I'm real sorry, dear, but I'm not much of an artist myself. I rarely even go see the arts. Living out in the woods, it's not a luxury we usually are welcome to. But I'm sure if you practice hard enough, you'll get it eventually.
Thank you.
Now, before I send you on your way, I've met you, Cecilia. What are the rest of your names in case, we ever go see this? What is it, Raskin Bobbins?
Well, we're gonna perform in Baskin Robbins. I'm Cecilia. This is Peggy, and I'm gonna point to Kitty. This is Herschel, and I'm gonna point to Patches. Herschel's pet horse, Jerome, and behind us here we have our dear friends and compatriots, Harmonia and Athena.
Mr. Herschel was my father. You can just call me Bob.
And Athena in the back is very pointedly hiding her face as soon as you guys start talking.
You mean Ladril?
Yeah. And the woman says, "Very nice to meet you all. Hopefully I can catch your performance at some point. My name is Vasilica, and this fellow with bad manners is Terran. And sorry for the inconvenience, but we can't welcome anyone at the moment."
You said Terran with a T?
Yes, Terran with a T.
T. Taryn.
That's fine. We understand. Living in the middle of nowhere, it can be tough. We've encountered some people like that. What do you guys do to keep yourselves afloat? It's hard times.
Well, we try to keep a good watch, but not everyone is very good at fighting, and we've lost people too.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Harmonia over here is actually a trained fighter. She's
Do
kind
you
of our...
point at Miki?
Yeah. She's our bodyguard.
I'm in full armor.
And Herschel
true.
kind of does part-time performer, part-time bodyguard.
You can see Terran, who is facing you guys, roll his eyes.
She's a menace with a battle axe. Learned it in Memphis. We call her the Memphis Menace.
Yeah, why have I heard Basilica before? Does that sound familiar to anyone else?
It's a library.
Not the Basilica. Basilica with a V.
That's one for virgins.
Miki is doing her best to look kind of threatening from the back.
Yeah, square up, girly.
I'm not sure she knows how.
Right? Have I heard that name before? Basilica?
I don't think so.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gaslighting myself.
You're thinking of Vasilica's secret.
They have great underwear.
Yeah, I
All the
don't think you have.
newest clothing for nuns.
Well, you best be on your way. You have a performance to go to, and we have things to do about this camp too. So, have a nice day.
Is it alright if we walk through like we were planning on? We won't get peddled with arrows or anything?
I'll walk with you around. And she nods at Terran as they both walk you on the very, very outskirts of this area. Not even really reaching the clearing, but that's what they allow you.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else kind of disperses.
I'm gonna scan. I'm taking in everything I can.
Sure. Are you being sneaky about this?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a stealth check and then roll me a perception.
Oh God, girly.
Can I try and distract them, like just by talking to them about random stuff?
You can.
I try to list every flavor at Raskin Bobbins.
They seem pretty wary of you all, so they're watching you all fairly closely.
Nikki is standing slightly in front of Ladril, and at one point just like plops her hat with the veil on her.
Yeah.
So stealth is going to be 15.
Mhm.
And you said perception?
Yes.
Oh, lordy lord, that's 13.
Okay.
Any signs of strife, any signs of capture, any signs of, people being held against their will.
Yeah, how unhappy is everyone?
You get the sense that everyone who had shown up is actively a part of this group. As you circle around, you can easily see the campfire that Kitty had seen before, the thing that's giving off a smoke trail. You can see that there's a table in the clearing. You can see that the large house, has an outcropping, and you can see some makeshift beds on the floor. And you see clearly that they have... Please tell me I wrote how many horses they have. Please tell me. You see all the horses, which is a question mark
Is it
amount
enough
of-
horses for Arthur Morgan?
Never enough. Never enough. You see 14 horses.
14! Holy moly.
As you are counting the horses, the human man with the great sword walks next to you in your line of view and says, "You looking for something?"
Hold on. I need to roll. Need to roll for how hot he is.
That's a great point. I rolled for the woman, but not this guy.
Ooh, he's a 7.
He's a 6.
She's a 2 for me. She's a 6.
She was an 8 for me.
Ooh, he's a 9. She's a 10.
I was just about to say, I'm surprised y'all aren't super into this lady, because she is a little bit older, and that's your guys' MO, apparently.
I got a 3 for Basilica and a 7 for Taryn.
Damn.
Damn, a 3?
Yeah.
Roll again. No, I'm
Nikki's
just
too
kidding.
scared to say anything.
I'll just add a 1 in front of that, I guess. I'm just gonna tuck my hair behind my ears on one side because half her head is shaved. And I'm just gonna start playing, real dumb and just going, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just really impressed with everything you guys have here. And it's my first, to be perfectly honest with you, it's my first time this far west." But yeah, just going on, and then I'm gonna
Halfway between your act, glancing back up at him, you know he's not buying it, but he walks next to you anyways to make sure that you keep your eyes forward.
I'm gonna kind of just like run a finger down the bicep and just go, "Oh my gosh, you're so strong." Is that from carrying a greatsword all the time? That's so impressive.
Mickey steps forward and loops an arm around Jem's arm and goes, "I'm really sorry about her.
What are you doing?
It hasn't really struck her that we're engaged yet."
Why are you doing this?
Congratulations. And he says it like he's sorry for your loss.
Gosh. No. Honey, we agreed to have an open relationship. So-
Yeah, but the boundaries of the relationship are not flirting with other people in front of each other. Like a healthy relationship.
Why? That didn't stop you from flirting with that barista at the Raskin Bobbins and Rope.
I just wanted free ice cream for you. What's the problem with that?
And can I somehow make such a fuss that I can keep looking around?
How How would making yourself the center of attention help with that?
I'm gonna solidly say no.
I'm gonna like do full spins, like start walking backwards to like argue with Miki and just being, like casting looks around. Like, I'm just saying this is not fair treatment. This is not what we agreed on. Like,
It's exactly what we agreed on. You're just being willfully ignorant of it.
Patches looks at Basilica and just says, "Can't get good help anymore these days."
Mom, can you both stop fighting, please?
And Basilica looks at you and
Presidential
says,
alert, the
you
girls are
don't know
fighting."
the half of it. But yeah, wherever you go, Jem, Taryn is staying relatively close and
great.
kind of making sure that you don't part from the group, but also trying somewhat to obscure your vision of the camp.
While that's happening, I want to just talk to Vasilica a little bit
Sure.
and say, honestly, Cecilia isn't always the best performer, but we got kind of a side gig. Between you and me, we do a little bit of like smuggling and stuff like that just to make ends meet, because performing doesn't always, get it done.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you have to do. It's survival out here, but
Yeah, I mean,
I
of
won't tell
course.
anyone.
I'm sure you've got something going on in there that, is a little under the radar. I get it.
Here? Not so much, but are you looking for work?
If you have some.
I actually do.
Damn, I'm good. Sorry.
Nice. Can it count as distraction? What Jem's doing?
Is she sure she wants to hire us? Because we're a hot mess.
But we're funny.
I have a job for tomorrow night, if you're interested. I'll talk to Taryn about it. He was going to be the person I was going to send on this originally, but he could use help.
Plus, if you can have any less risk to your people, you'll take it.
Exactly. And if you're still interested by tomorrow night, we can talk about splitting what fines we get from this job then.
Jem, we should both flirt with him.
Does that sound
I'm into it.
Does that sound good? You'll talk it over with your people as well?
Absolutely.
Then we have a deal. And she reaches to shake your hand.
I have to probably lean down a little bit because I am on a big horse
Yeah.
and I'm a small man.
The whole time this has been going on, Kitty's been keeping an eye on Ladril to make sure that A, nobody recognized her, and then B, nobody came up behind her and tried to do anything.
Yeah, as far as Taryn and Basilica, you can tell that they do not recognize her and have no interest in revealing her from her hood / Miki's hat. As far as everyone else, you didn't notice anything, and you're fairly certain that there's nobody tailing you right now.
Can I do an insight check to see if they're looking at me in a racist way?
Who? Taryn?
Just kind of, yeah, like a general vibe. Is it because that's what Ladril was telling us, right? Was that they're just
racist,
targeting
yeah.
elves.
Go on, Nico.
Yeah.
Tell us to roll for racism.
Go ahead, roll an insight check.
Freaking nat 1 for 6.
Oh no.
He's a bit stoic, he's a bit hard to read.
He's just
And-
being a jerk in general. It's hard to say if it's racist or not.
Everyone, you reach the other side of the camp as if you were to pass through this camp and are waved off by Basilica and Taryn. With Taryn, or with Basilica saying, meet us back out front if you're still interested in that, to Patches as you leave. And
A win.
that is where we're going to take our break tonight. Take a break with us. Do it. Take a break.
Threat.
What else?
In a world created by a dream, there lives a place of forgotten evil. Long fallen into obscurity and legend, a fortress swallowed by the earth beckons 4 heroes with the promise of a mythic apple, said to possess the power of healing any ailment. A tabaxi searches for faith, guided by the playful paw of their goddess on their first adventure. A bard searching for hope, haunted by the fallen ruler of an ancient evil that stole them from their muse. A turtle searching for truth, fighting against injustice but plagued by doubt. And a goblin searching for self, escaping his grief by shaking hands with a malicious archfey. A story of overcoming fear in the face of adversities. Join the Storyteller's Tavern as they descend into the sunless citadel and summon light that vanquishes the darkness within the fortress's tortured halls.
Welcome back, everybody, from break. John has finished his solitaire, so we are good to go back in.
Don't throw me under the bus live on cam.
You know what? Feel free to. You can keep my dad coming in with my sandwich as a little treat.
You know,
Yeah, how many egg
Feel
sandwiches
free-
and ice cream tubs have we gone through just to be called out for my solitaire?
feel free, John, to ask us to edit that out.
Yeah.
Oh, like I would do that. You think I'm that gullible?
Also, John, there's no cam. We're an audio-only podcast.
That doesn't count. It was a reference.
But we're picking up.
Oh, so you're saying it's a reference no one else understands?
Everything I do was ordained
That already happened earlier, though.
It did. I
by
looked
the
him up
bingo
too.
fates. How I wish that they would snip my thread.
We will be picking up with the party talking amongst themselves after leaving the camp some distance. Until you guys are out of eyesight, you see that Vasilika and Terran are watching you guys go.
I'm just gonna wave very excitedly.
I'm gonna grab her hand from where she's leaving and hold it in mine as a cover story.
And under my breath, I'm gonna go, those jerks.
Once out of sight, you guys are free to converse on your own.
Are we for sure
That
alone?
was so weird. That gave me cult commune vibes.
Can I? Are we for sure alone?
Make a perception check.
Would anyone like to
Yeah,
also
this-
make that check?
I also
because I
wanna do
can't be
that, 'cause-
trusted.
I would assume on instinct that we're being trailed.
Yeah.
I want
you.
to, while they're looking for living beings, I would like to look for dead people.
That's gonna be 27 again, because apparently on this die I can only roll a natural 1 or a natural 19.
Oh
Good
boy.
job.
I got a 10.
I got a 5.
Hold on, sorry. I'm looking up. What are your numbers again?
27.
27. Nice. 10.
5.
5.
I didn't roll because I'm looking for dead people.
Okay. Jem, you can see that a little ways from the woods there, the like in the direction of the camp, there is somebody maybe like 100 feet away, looking in the trees, far enough to where they can't hear you, but they are kind of watching in your direction.
They're following you about 30 feet back. They get down on all fours and break into a sprint.
He's gaining on you.
Oh, Shiloh.
Have you seen the D&D stat block for actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf?
No, send it to me. You gotta send it to me.
I'm just gonna tell everyone we're being trailed.
Are they just staring at us, or are they actually following us?
If you guys move forward significantly, you can see Jem. You can see that they still have like they hadn't moved from that area, but you guys can move further to be out of sight of out of line of sight from them if you want.
No, I'll wait a little bit first, because I mean, there's only like one path out, right?
Are they within 100 feet?
If you guys moved a little, they might be a little out of that range. But when Jem was looking around, Yes, they were within 100 feet.
Is it Terran or Basilica?
No, it is neither of them.
God damn
Are we gonna message them?
it. Yeah.
Stay away from my woman, Darren.
So Miki, I guess they can see me though. I don't want them to see me.
But they're out of earshot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Miki points a finger in their direction. I don't
Miki,
think it
you
means
don't
like
see
I
where
have
they
to do
are.
what they say. Oh.
Yeah, I don't point them out. I just say
Jem
we're
just
being
said that
tailed.
there is someone.
Oh.
Do you
Never
have
mind,
to
I
see
take it all
someone to
back.
message them?
You either have to know them or see them, right?
No, they're just a creature within range.
No.
I think you just have to point in their direction.
Yeah, you point toward a creature within
Okay.
range.
You want to randomly drop a message, Miki?
We know they're sketchy, right?
You can infer from Ladril's reaction that they are, in fact, sketchy.
I guess, but I don't know they're there. Jem's not telling us, so I'm not going to do anything.
Jem told us.
I just said we're being
No, Jem
tailed,
said
but I
she
didn't say
didn't.
where they were.
Oh, good point. I'll just ask. Can they hear?
Probably not. They're too far for that.
All right. Here's what I got so far. They got something shady going on in there, in case it wasn't already obvious.
What,
And
they
I got us
do?
an in. Oh, shut up. Go flirt with another large man.
No. And then Miki just like doesn't look and hides behind the drill. Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Is it gonna be a natural 1 or a natural 19?
Actually, you set the DC.
It's gonna be. It better be 0. Yeah, it better be 0. That's a 10.
It was a 14.
Why?
Because I like the number 14. Deal with it.
Oh,
Makes sense to me.
Miki didn't say anything, by the way. You didn't hear anything.
Am I being gaslit?
Gaslit by your
Insight
own
check on
insight
Ashley.
check.
Without rolling, I will say, yes, you are being gaslit. Moving on.
I got some kind of an in. I claimed that we were smugglers, something of the sort, and they said they got a job coming up. We can potentially help out with it. I'm thinking we do that. We try to get closer. Ladril, you looked like maybe you recognized them. You were hiding your face.
I wanted to be certain that they didn't recognize me. You're thinking of accepting this job?
It might be able to get us closer. Did you recognize anyone? You said you didn't want them recognizing you, or at least that's what it seemed like.
Yes, not the man or the woman who is speaking, but 3 people to the right. That, for sure, was one of our attackers that night.
It's not good.
So, it wasn't... You didn't recognize anyone as in... No one there was part of your caravan.
No, definitely not.
Okay. Oh, we could fuck with them.
I'm certain that some of them some of the others had been there during the attack, although the only one I remember is the man with the mustache.
Here's what I think our game plan should be. We take them up on the job. We get as many of them as isolated as we can. Jump them. Start asking questions.
Yeah.
I don't think we can take on a whole fort on our own, not without some kind of plan.
I agree.
Not without backup.
I think if we're going to go for the fort, my suggestion is this. We do it 2 prongs. I can try and go in the front door. Jem can leave some group of people, I don't know who necessarily that would be, but you can try and sneak inside, take out as many people as you can.
Yeah.
If we got the stealth on our side, we might as well use it. And I'm not that, but
Yeah, sneaking is my forte usually.
I can make a lot of noise. And I can hold my own for a while. In the meantime, I think we're going to have to make camp so that we can be here tomorrow when they do their job.
Are they gonna like us making camp here?
We'll do it a little further away. Kitty?
Yeah, I would say a mile or two.
We told Xanabar that we'll be back tomorrow. In order to make sure they don't... I don't know if they would even come looking for us, but if they would... Ladril, if you're worried about being found, should you, do the fly thing? Back to Xanabar's group and then...
Well, I can transform one more time tonight without resting. Although tomorrow I will be able to have my full capabilities back. But it might not be a bad idea to go back to the ship and rest there anyways, since power numbers and all that.
Well, if everybody else is okay with it, what I want you to do is go back to them right now and tell them we're going to be here longer and to leave for the moment, because I feel like that group of sketchy folk are going to be on high alert and might go patrolling and then might find the crew.
That is a good point.
And none of them are human, right?
None of them are human. Yeah, I can tell them to, I don't know, at least be across the way.
If you need more speed, you can take my lieutenant with you.
Well, she can fly.
Yeah, I can fly. It shouldn't be a problem.
If she flew, if you turned into something kind of more indigenous to the area, even like an owl or something, then that would be, I think, sufficient, especially with nightfall coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not whatever bird you made up just now.
Yeah, not that fake bird you made up before. Have you considered being an ostrich?
Those are in this region, I promise.
Have we seen any sparrows?
You hear birds? You definitely hear birds, although spotting them is a different matter. If you want to spend the rest of the day bird watching, you can. You have time to kill. Yeah.
I've got a +0 to nature.
Yeah, you can go ahead and either roll... Yeah, you can roll nature or perception, whatever you'd rather
That
roll.
was an 8.
Man. all
You
of
hear
us.
birds. There are certainly birds around. Seeing birds, though, not so much.
Ooh, Ladril, have you considered being a peacock?
Those are really pretty.
I can't transform into everything. I'm not as familiar with those things. It takes a while to kind of master a transformation. I'm not the best at it, I have to admit.
Lame.
What about a bear?
I don't know if I could do that either. I don't think I've tried to become a bear before.
What about an owl fused with a bear?
Yeah, and consider this, it could be called an owlbear.
Do you guys not know what animals are?
It has never occurred to me to try to fuse two... I don't know if that's possible. I mean, I have to think about that one.
Have you considered
Are you
fusing
fucking
a
kidding me
turtle
right
and a
now?
duck? And you could call it a turtle duck.
I haven't tried that either.
Oh yeah, do a platypus bear next. Are we just making shit up now? What's going on?
No, I saw a turtle duck in one of my favorite plays.
Well, go on. What play is it?
It was called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was all about this kid who was trapped in an iceberg.
Oh, the one with the blue people. Yeah.
God, I actually had a good point to make, and now I can't remember it because I was too busy thinking about turtle ducks.
Classic beholding.
Oh no! Wait, Ladril, do you have any ways of communicating magically?
No, I don't, unfortunately. Oh wait, no. I do. I can send a animal messenger.
That sounds like exactly what we wanted to do, but better.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I don't know what you were trying to do, but I will speak to an animal, and that animal will find whoever I ask it to find, and once they reach them, my voice will magically be played.
Oh.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of perfect, because then we don't even run the risk of you being captured.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why you want to go back to the boat, but in order to do that, we'd have to double back on the trail we're already going down. And that's suspicious as hell.
Well, the point, if Ladril was to go back tonight, she would turn into a bird or something and fly back. We don't have to go.
Right, but she was saying, like, safety and numbers and all that,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't be able to go back with you, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that does make sense.
Honestly, I think you're probably safer with us than them. No offense to them.
Can you just send your animal messenger to the boat?
I could do that, yes.
Yeah, pick like a monkey or something. And you know what? If we're making stuff up, let's make it like a flying lemur monkey.
Oh. Can you make a really buff monkey?
I don't make animals.
Miki, do you know what an animal is?
I'll see if I can find a sparrow, and I'll show it
Yeah,
to
see
you.
if you can get a bison and see if you can make it fly. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, with like a beaver tail.
Sorry, I don't know who Jesus Christ is. I just said something on instinct.
The famous poet Jesus Christ. You know, he
Yeah, that
performs
guy.
in
He was in
Valinor
Avatar.
a lot. He was in Avatar. He was the main blue person. Ladril says that she'll go off and find an animal on her own, since she's fairly good at not startling them, and she'll show you a sparrow if she finds one. After a little while of being off on her own, she does return in like 30 minutes with a sparrow who seems to have very similar patterns to the bird that you saw Ladril transform into, and kind of just rests on her hand as she slowly walks over to you.
You made another one?
The whole time she's gone, I'm like monitoring and making sure that I know where she is in case anything happens.
Yeah.
Also, you know what's the worst part about this? Izzy is the only NPC who doesn't get tired of our shit.
And here you are, hating on her for no reason.
To
It's
find
true.
someone who will put up with you, you must find someone worse. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yep. Feast your eyes upon this wretched thing, and all that.
But yeah, so she shows you the sparrow before you see her take a long time, 10 minutes about, to draw on the floor in a complicated pattern before saying her message to tell the Xanabar that they should move away for a little while, and we will be here at least until 2 days later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days later. She would know. DM doesn't know, but she would know.
Kitty was watching very closely while Ladril cast the spell,
Mhm.
and goes, "You know what? I don't have this spell prepared now, but in the morning, I can make sure this is one of the spells I have ready. I have Magic Mouth."
Ooh. What does that do?
Why does it sound...
Yeah, someone who I traveled with had magic mouth. He had to get a salve for it.
I think it's just called herpes.
Basically, I could put a message in an object with the trigger condition, and once that trigger condition is met, it'll replay the message.
Herpes, Raina? What about his peas? Jesus. I demand more feminism on this podcast.
You're right. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, you could definitely do that, Elaine.
If we think we need it, if we don't, I can keep my spell list to other things.
Well, if you plan on taking this job like we talked about, perhaps more combat oriented spells might be useful. Or do you not use magic for combat? Just something to consider.
I mean, if we have to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to,
Throw down.
we're gonna have to, I mean, yeah.
we want to be prepared for the worst case scenario, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask some questions that they aren't gonna want to answer. So we gotta put them in a position where they don't really have a choice. Also, I'm gonna say like 80% chance this job is already a trap.
Yeah.
So be ready for that.
They were not super trusting of us, even though I did my best. My absolute best
No,
to actually be
I
friends.
wonder why.
Even though you're just a nice girl.
It probably doesn't help that we're not human.
Alrighty, so you guys set up camp a little ways away, or at least
I
significantly
can't
away
believe
from
I have the brain cell today.
significantly away from their camp. Is there anything you would like to do for the evening or the night?
Could and this is kind of like this is a long shot, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Could I use I have my poisoner's kit, or I have proficiency in a poisoner's kit. I don't know if I actually have one.
It will be in your inventory if you actually have one. Otherwise, you do not have one. You have to go purchase one.
No, I don't. Never mind. I was gonna try and make a smoke bomb of some kind, but alas.
During the night, Ladril does go up to you, Jem, and says, maybe tomorrow we can try to do the, and she gestures towards her face, the disguise that you had done previously. I think that might be of benefit for tomorrow's job.
Sure, but now I'm realizing that I never actually had a disguise kit, so this is a very awkward situation.
Ah.
Oh, Kitty would have had one.
Does Kitty have one?
Is that what we used?
Yeah. Well, even if Kitty doesn't, if Kitty spends some time, she can make one.
Ooh,
that's That's right. Well, Jem, you left your disguise kit in Velvet's, and you know for a fact that that room has been cleaned, and you're never getting it back.
Yeah, this is probably like the 6th time it's happened too.
Yeah.
It's like they keep stealing all my NYX brand cosmetics.
Your ex-fiance had it. I'm just kidding, Ladril.
No, yeah.
I can prepare a snare tomorrow.
Ooh.
If we want to trap people.
That's also pretty good. So wait, Patches, can we go over the plan one more time? So you're going to cause a distraction. You and a couple other people are going to cause a distraction, and then I'm going in with one other person or 2 other people?
That will be for when we do like a proper raid on their main base to see if they have any prisoners there. For this, the plan is to just go on the quest with them, get to whatever critical point we think allows the best opportunity for attack, and jump them.
Okay.
So go along with it until we have a chance to have the upper hand. Again, we need to be wary because,
this is probably a trap.
It's probably a trap, but if they did that, they'd be crossing the Raskin Bobbins Association as far as they know. So
yeah, we all know they're a well-known conglomerate.
Yeah,
More
they have a powerful
than
private
any Dragon
army.
Mark house.
Yeah, Raskin Bobbin himself has the ice cream dragon mark.
It's shaped like a sundae.
That's correct.
Me
Yeah.
trying very hard not to spit out my water. Thank you.
Spit, tick, spit, tick, tick. I need it for my bingo card, Nico.
So I didn't actually spit, but had it not been a small sip.
Has anyone said the word flirting yet?
Yeah, you told me to
That
flirt.
does not count.
You
Oh,
were
you did.
telling Jem not to flirt.
Yeah.
Bingo!
Also go find some other tall man to flirt with.
It's just a tree that you paint a face on with your disguise kit.
What a tall glass of water.
Oh my god, this episode is just Miki being the "is this a bird" meme.
Oh my god, it is! Are you sure this is a bird?
Y'all have the night to do whatever you want, or just your, I don't know, whatever nightly rituals.
Yeah, I want to talk to Jim.
Jim?
Yeah, I want to talk to Jim real quick.
Jimbo!
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Jim, I just want to say it's great that you've been on this adventure with us. I'm sorry we haven't been able to include you more. But,
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I just really appreciate all your guidance, doing all our admin. You're the best
I
accountant
did
we could
spit
ever
that
ask
time.
for.
Thanks, Jem.
Yes. Okay, I do actually. I want to talk to Jem, and I want to say,
Get out of here, Jim.
fuck off, Jim. Nobody cares about you.
Go back to balancing the books.
Go hang out with Emily and Emily. Patches pulls. He doesn't really pull Jem aside. He'd probably talk about it in the open, but he just says, "So you remember the second fight I had in that gladiatorial thing?"
Yeah. Well, I didn't really watch it, but yeah, I do remember.
I kind of got punked by a bunch of fireballs, and I realized that avoiding is not my strong suit.
Uh-huh.
But I know it is yours.
Why? Because I run from my problems? That's not true. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't mean it in an emotional way, but, you know, if the shoe fits.
No, I'm totally kidding. Don't worry about it.
No, I do mean in a combat-oriented... I mean, you do have that other thing to work on, but this is more in a combat-oriented kind of way. I was hoping for some advice on how to dodge better.
Well, when I first kind of got into this line of work, it was, a real uphill battle. It was, I started dodging because I ended up on death's door a lot more than I would have liked, having, being an elf and all. And, so I just kind of, you have to stay real light on your feet, kind of stay on the balls of your feet, which I don't know if you have. To be perfectly
I have felt
honest.
pads.
Everyone check off feet on your bingo card.
And Patch's anatomy. Boom, 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
No, I don't have either of those.
I am just a walking minefield.
It's everything we do is on the bingo cards. Even if we do nothing, that's on the bingo cards.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I almost spit take.
If you want to, spar a bit, do some, could try getting all up in your business in melee. And I think if you can avoid melee attacks, avoiding ranged attacks is almost easier because you have much less time to react. So once you get that timing
that'd definitely
down,
help. That'd help. The other thing I'm really worried about is those big AoE effects, like fireball,
or acid.
I didn't want to say it.
I'll say
But
it.
yeah, like acid.
I can throw fireballs at you if you want.
Actually, I was going to ask you to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I have Firebolt. It's like a tinier version,
If
but
you could
We
do
are in a
the,
forest.
like,
Need I remind you, people? This is a
yeah,
very
not the
flammable
fire
area.
one.
I
But,
want to
like-
be part of this.
Okay.
yeah, we could all throw fireballs at Patches.
I can't
See, now
throw
we're running into an
fireballs.
issue.
I can cast Ray of Frost at him.
But wait, actually, hold on. This just gave me an idea. What if we set the forest on fire around the settlement?
No,
Why not?
we're not going to destroy it. They're in a clearing.
They are in a clearing.
It'd pen them in, but then we'd also burn an entire forest to the ground.
What's a little
Yeah, I'd rather not
eco-terrorism
do
in
that.
the grand scheme of things?
We've got a
I
druid
think
with
it's really
us.
bad.
We were druid with us.
The people back at home used to say, we depend on the environment to live off of, so we don't want to destroy it.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. It was just a thought.
I like how you're thinking, though. We could set their base on fire. That might be okay.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
let's
that
just
should be
make
fine.
sure we don't have anyone inside first.
Really quick, I do want to circle back around to throwing fire at me.
Yes.
I'm trying to sort of limit the amount of damage that would happen to my body. So,
Huh.
like, a little bit of that, like the acid thing that you did, just things I have to dodge. That's kind of what I'm
about-
going for.
Rays of Frost.
Do I have to dodge those?
I think so.
No, I make a ranged spell attack against you.
I have a bow and arrows.
As a character, I don't know
I
that
have
Patches
daggers.
knows the difference between like an attack versus a dex save.
That's true. What does he mean by this?
Yeah, what are you getting at?
He's going for like things that are these AoE effects that he has to avoid. Things like fireball, things like flaming hands, stuff like that.
I'm not
That's
a
kind of what he's talking about.
spellcaster.
Well, you know how to dodge. That's why he's asking you.
Okay.
I can throw acid at you that you could try to dodge 4 times a day.
Yeah,
I can cast Rays of Frost at you all day.
I think that might be helpful to just... I would love for Jem to give me some pointers on how to avoid when there's tons of stuff coming at me. Like how to find those openings to get through. So, yeah, I'd be okay with doing it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, the old disengage. And,
Ooh, technically I can do it 6 times a day if I haven't used any spells.
Oh, wow.
and it's kind of an interesting thing, Patches, because it's something I like to call, like, and this is just something I'm coming up with, cunning action. And anytime I make, like, an attack, I feel like I can, kind of add a little spice to it, a little pizzazz. So, for instance, I could dash, so I could run around, or I could disengage, or I could hide.
And this entire night, you watch Jem do things faster than you could ever do things, Patches. That would take you maybe, like, I don't know, roughly double the time to do all those things. You just aren't as fast on your feet as Jem is. For the rest of the night, you guys spend time
Well, I
running
gotta
around.
say, I feel like I'm on the verge of something. Like, if I could get a little bit more practice in, I could have, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, an aura of protection
Uh-huh.
that would not only make me, but everyone around me better at things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Patches, batteries can do that.
I thought you were just going to take a subclass. Multi-class in Rogue.
That's what I thought. Either way,
It's entirely possible.
And I was
I'm
gonna
shuffling
ask
you guys along.
I was just going to ask Patches to teach me how to smite. In return.
Too bad.
Oh.
You guys spend the rest of the night trading techniques to find them fairly unfruitful in that you guys are, even if you are able to replicate some of it, it's not with the desired speed that you have seen the other person do this. Your skills, you're realizing by the end of this night, are fairly incompatible, at least between Jem and Patches. Kitty also throws quite a few rays of acid at you that you are mediocre at dodging. Some hit, some don't.
One could even say bad at dodging.
Not me realizing 5 minutes too late that he meant uncanny dodge.
At the end of the night, you guys do settle down to sleep, and I'm assuming Jem and Patches trade watches during the night at some point.
Yeah.
Kitty also will cast alarm.
Around your camp.
Yeah.
Sure.
Patches is also going to cast alarm.
Yeah, double alarm. Y'all know things. Y'all know so much. And you guys do successfully rest uninterrupted and awake in the morning. The rest of this morning, I don't know, y'all fucking spar? Unless there's anything in particular. No, I'm not letting you guys do anything. You guys... I made this mistake before. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, right,
You guys...
I do actually. Everyone else had rolled perception, and I said I wanted to look for dead people.
Oh, yeah.
And that was never resolved.
Yes.
If I could momentarily distract the DM
Yes.
for a minute.
I will allow you to do that. Search for dead people either yesterday night or this morning.
Yeah, like anyone who had died in the vicinity of the clearing.
You look for that, and You find the ghost of a human, middle-aged, that seems to be, accustomed to hard labor. What do you ask this ghost?
Are you part of this whatever shenanigans going on over there?
Glancing around, the ghost does tell you yes.
Why are you dead?
It seems I had gotten one too many injuries that I couldn't bounce back from. Maybe infection? I don't know. It was a hell of a thing.
They didn't kill you?
No.
Oh. I feel like it's too metagamey to be like, what's going on in the facility? What's their weakness? Because it's not like I'm casting Speak with Dead.
Mhm.
I mean, he might just not tell you.
Yeah, if you press that, this ghost stops talking to you as much and is suspicious of your intentions and why you want this information, and eventually goes silent.
Wow, loyal even after death. Couldn't be me.
What a mood, though.
Mickey, side eyes, Gem, real fucking hard.
Can I
like
whittle?
that monkey meme?
Yeah, you got plenty of time to whittle throughout the day.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whittle.
However you guys find to pass the time, eventually night does fall. And you guys are approaching the camp around sunset, maybe? Just after sunset, perhaps?
Yeah, that's when they requested, I believe.
Yeah, approaching from the side that you, I don't know, is intuitive. You see Vasilka facing out in the direction that you guys had left their camp, with Terran not in sight.
Can I
Mhm.
do a perception check?
Sure. As you guys are approaching, you guys can all roll perception checks.
4.
6.
24.
24? Uh-huh.
Good.
Wow, look how the
Yeah,
turntables.
about time. God.
Patches?
4.
So nobody except for Jem.
Ayo, finally.
Everyone sees the same, more or less same of what you had saw the day before. Jem, you on the other hand, maybe it's because you're slightly taller than everyone else in the group.
I'm wearing my clogs.
You put on your platforms today
Mhm.
instead of your tap shoes. You see clearly as when Vasilka sees you, she does a whistle similar to that you heard Terran do the day before. And you see that there, around the campfire, there are a number of people that you had not seen in the lineup that met you before. The ones that you get a glimpse of are... There's an adult human woman. They're all human. And then there is a larger, fattish human man. And they are both followed by 2 human kids. One is maybe a teenager, and the other one is a child. And they all disappear out of eyesight from you when they were previously sitting around the campfire.
Can I, like, as they start moving away, can I
there's
take in
kids.
their appearance, like, as much as possible?
Yeah. They're dressed much like the other camp members you've seen, in similarly worn clothing, simple, nothing too fancy. And they all seem to be dressed practically, with small bags on their person for, you're assuming, personal items.
I'm gonna quietly, like, whistle or, like, beckon somehow to Ladril, and then ask her, what did that human family that escaped look like?
And as she describes them to you, they do not match the description of the 2 kids that you
Okay.
saw at this camp.
Okay, just checking.
Kids definitely changes the dynamic.
That's what I was thinking.
So we can't burn it to the ground? Oh, man.
As you guys actually approach the camp in a speaking distance, you see that Terran joins Vasilica's side as Vasilica smiles at you all and says, "Glad to see that you want to take a part of this job. We could really use the help. Let me tell you more about it." And she gestures for you to come sit around the campfire with her.
We're going in to the settlement?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
at the campfire on the edge, right?
Yeah, the campfire is closer to the edge.
As we're going in, I would like to try and assess the defenses that this fort has.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Damn it, dude! I cannot roll for shit.
All of us are
8.
rolling so bad tonight.
8. You can very visibly see that there is some sort of makeshift booth-ish for someone on the very, very top of this house. And you can see that there is currently somebody up there with an eyeglass. Besides that, you can see that certain parts of this house have been reinforced from the outside. You see that the windows are curtained, and that's about all you can see. It doesn't seem to be very heavily fortified. Like, it doesn't seem... There's no, like, visible, I don't know,
No, like
happy birthday
battlements
traps or anything.
cannons or anything.
Yeah.
Ballistas.
No punji pits.
No. Not that you can see. Or at least not this close to the main camp itself. As Vasilica sits you all down, she says, "So, about this job. Here's what we know. There is a big boat that is due to sail by soon that should be carrying dry rations, some traveling camping supplies, and some amount of weapons. It is a House Lyrander ship, so there should be a few guards, but nothing too crazy, nothing a small group of people can't handle. And from what it sounds like, it should be a fairly easy boat to rob. And I'm thinking we can split it," and she gestures to herself, 60-40, and points at you for the 40.
Seems fair to me.
Any supplies, which I don't think will have an issue, it's just there should be an excess of supplies, so whatever you want, you bring. And any money, we split 60-40.
And you only want the dry rations, the weapons, nothing else of interest?
Money would help. Money would help anybody, but yes, we mostly want the supplies. And there should be enough supplies for both of us.
How... I guess that's like too nitpicky. I was going to say, how are we going to transport the supplies from the river to here?
Well, if that sounds good to you, then I can get into the details of how we're actually going to pull this off. You in?
I'm going to look at Patches.
I look at Jem, and I look back at... Shit, what was her name? Vasilica?
Uh-huh.
I look back at Vasilica. We're in.
Excellent. So, we're going to take our small rowboat out to the ship, and while you guys, and she motions at all of you guys, including Terran, board the ship, unseen, in a small rowboat, we will be pulling up the larger ship that we have alongside the ship once you guys take out the watchman. Once the guards are down, then it should be an easy matter of loading however many supplies you want onto the larger ship and sailing back to shore.
Sounds good to me. Is it just us and Terran, or do you have anyone else coming with us?
Well, most of us are going to be on the larger ship and preparing to bag and bring onto the ship once, I don't think you're going to need more than just you guys. Terran is a small army, as she pats him on the shoulder.
Can I insight check when she's going through the details of the mission to see if that's really all that there is.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an insight check. Everyone can roll an insight check.
Yeah, sure. I'd also like to size up Taryn to see if I think I could take him.
Sure.
Natural 20!
Nice.
Nice. Can we insight to see if Taryn actually looks like a small army?
He's 100 men all clambered together.
So, whatever insight checks you're rolling, tell me if you're rolling for... tell me what you're rolling for. So, Jem, you got a 20. What do you want to know?
For 25. I wanted to know if, when she's describing the mission to us, if that's really all there is to it. Like, they just want supplies, they just want rations, they just want money, and nothing else, like, shady going on.
You can tell that she is giving you the job details as far as she knows them. However, when she said that she just wants supplies, you doubt that. You think she's a little more interested in the money.
Okay, well, aren't we all really? Like, you're not special.
Okay. Elaine, what do you want to know? What did you roll and what do you want to know?
I rolled a 17.
Mhm.
Nice.
I think what Kitty would be interested in is she's not necessarily listening to the conversation, but she's looking around like a child who's there because they have to be, but is not paying attention to the conversation. But she's just looking around to see if she could see any hints about Ladril's friend/friends that might be here.
You see occasionally, like, people who look like fighters walk across camp or kind of peek into you guys, or like anybody who lingers in the area. They all seem human. Or not seem. They all look like regular humans. This whole camp seems to be, from what you've seen so far, entirely composed of humans.
Okay.
Miki, what'd you roll and what are you trying to infer?
I rolled a 19, and I want to know if her plan is really her plan, or if they plan on leaving us as dead bodies on the bottom of the river.
You can tell that this is actually her plan. She doesn't intend to leave. You're guessing she doesn't intend to leave you guys to die because she wouldn't send Taryn with you guys otherwise.
Ah, the small army. Okay.
John, what did you roll and what do you want to know?
I got a 13, and I want to know if I think I could take Taryn in a fight.
Sure. You're sizing him up. He's got a great sword, and he's got as you're sizing him up, you notice that he has a gun on his belt. You're thinking you might be evenly matched.
Good to know.
Could I append one thing to my insight?
Yes.
Are Vasilica and Taryn married? Or
I'll
otherwise
let you have
involved?
that one because you rolled very high. You can tell that they are not romantically involved. It's more of a familial relationship,
Okay.
despite them not looking very similar. There is also a bit of an age difference. Not that that necessarily rules it out, but he is significantly younger than her.
Well, no, I'm kidding.
And with that, we will pick up on the job next time. Join us in 2 weeks.
How'd you like that record, stranger? Well, mighty obliged. If you're feeling so inclined, maybe you'd be willing to like it, rate it, maybe even comment on it if you're feeling so generous. If you're looking for more, you can always go out yonder a ways to the Instagram general store, Beholding Out for a Hero, it's called. Or if that's not to your liking, you can mosey over to the Twitter cemetery, both a podcast. The learned folks of the town could tell you that you can thank Wizards of the Coast for even creating the framework for Dungeons & Dragons 5e, and you best be thanking that Mr. Keith Baker for making the world of Eberron. And, partner, if you enjoyed your stay here at the Main Track Saloon, you can stop on by in 2 weeks or so for another record. It ought to be coming in on the Pony Express.